Hello everyone, welcome back in. I apologize for the non-consistent uploads of videos. Now that I'm back with my job again, since I'm on vacation, I can pretty much only be forced to make one video per week, but I will try to push out as many videos as I can. I'll try for 1 to 2 videos a week. Further ado, I do apologize again for the lack of uploads, but I will seriously be working on that to provide you guys more content and everything as well. I hope you guys have all been having an amazing week and an amazing new year so far as well. And I want to seriously thank you guys. We officially hit 200 subs as of last week, and that's already insane. The journey on YouTube has been so much fun. All your guys' comments, I try to get to as many of them as I can. I do read your guys' comments and everything like that. I do try to approve every video as well, approve on guides and everything like that as well. And all your guys' comments are just amazing and heartwarming, and I'm glad to be part of this community and everything as well. But thank you guys from serious bottom of my hearts. Thank you for 200. Our journey for this year is to hit 1,000. I believe we can highly do that. I'm going to try to push out more content, more videos. I'll try to at least get a couple streams in this year on YouTube, even though my main streaming source is Twitch. That will be in my link in the bottom of the description below. If you guys seriously are enjoying my content, I do recommend if you guys come follow me on my social platforms, which is going to be Twitter, Discord, and my Twitch. We pretty much practically live stream 3 to 4 times a week as well on Twitch. Our Discord's full of a bunch of lovely Azur lane players as well, and a bunch of other content creators that you guys come out and have fun with. And my social media post everything from about the game to upcoming events and everything like that as well. So further ado, let's get on today's video. Pretty much what I'm going to be talking today about is going to be the retrofit guide. We're going to understand for basic players the retrofitting system and how that works, and pretty much go over some recommendations for retrofitting off a new player, like what ships to aim for as a new player, some suggestions on early game retrofits that can help you in the long run, going from there, how to obtain the plates, technically what the retrofitting system is and everything like that as well, and go on from there, explain the URs now that we have the equipment that you can actually buy from the Portacore shop itself to actually do your UR retrofits. So further ado, let's begin. So what is a retrofit? So think as a retrofit as like a skill tree or an essential upgrade to a ship. Retrofitting is available to certain ships as of right now. For example, all the starters have retrofits like Javelin, Z23, Laffy. They all have retrofits, same as Ayanami. Retrofitting is essentially like pretty much increasing their overall status and becoming like a new ship. The retrofits kind of go in with their IRL ship in general, but there's still a lot of IRL ships in the game that still haven't been retrofitted in general. Further ado, Yostar's releasing new retrofits every year, so hopefully we'll be seeing some more new retrofits this year. Hopefully we'll be seeing a new SSR retrofit, as there are still a couple of SSRs in the game that honestly could use some retrofits, like Warspite. I mean, not Warspite, honestly. We could be like Prinz. Prinz can use a retrofit for Ironblood, even though Prinz Heinrich just got released and technically fits that situation. Maya honestly could pretty much use a retrofit. Atago, Takao, all of those sisters. Yudachi. I mean, it'd be kind of cool because we don't actually have a UR destroyer in the game yet, unless they're planning to release Shimakaze, but we haven't seen any word from that. Crosswave rerun win, please, to release our Shimakaze. Retrofit skill tree, as you can see, like Ayanami or most of the other characters, this button right here is called Retrofit. If you click on this really large ass tree of random shit is gonna pop up on your screen, and you're gonna be like, what is this? This makes no sense. Each retrofit tree is unique to the ship that's being retrofit. For example, some ships actually change their outing as a retrofit. So for example, ships like Hiru, Hiru starts off as a battle cruiser, and then when she gets retrofitted, she gets converted into an aviation battleship character. So she's one of the few aviation battleships that can actually still do damage when she gets carried out, and is useful because of her skills. Yamashiro, a lot of people typically will stop midway in her retrofit, because after you change her into a battleship aviation, she pretty much becomes a pretty bad, not gonna lie. But if you're about completion, pretty much what a lot of people do is they'll just get another Yamashiro, and then they'll have a Yamashiro retrofit for their completion, everything like that. If you look at Ayanami's skill tree, you can see that her pretty much main kit revolves around torp and a little bit of evasion. Her torpedo is mainly going to be her main retrofit skill because Ayanami RL was a torp demon in general and is highly focused off her torp stat. So her retrofit focuses on boosting her overall torps performance while also giving her a skill at the end called Demon's Dance, which is like her barrage skill where she releases torps and increases a lot of her stats. Modernization is your last part of your tree, is when they actually change into a rank. So for example, Ayanami starts as an elite, and when you retrofit her, she turns into a super rare for her retrofit. So when you retrofit a ship, the rarity also increases as well. So if you are an elite, you get to SSR. If you're an SSR, you go into ultra rare. If you're a rare, you go into or you're a common, you go into a rare, etc., etc. If you're a rare, you go into an elite. From there. So as you can see, in each category, they have these different things that require different sources. So some will require coins, and then these retrofit blueprints right here. As you can see, these destroyer blueprints being blue and yellow and orange and purple. You get these plates by doing your daily hard modes, and you're lucky. It's pretty much all RNG based. Some maps increase the overall counter of dropping these, but pretty much the rarity of these drop are going to be RNG based. Also, if you complete like your secondary missions or missions from maps in general, like 3-starring hard mode maps in general, a lot of times they will give you plates and everything like that for your retrofits. So you use these retrofit plates to upgrade these skills and to upgrade eventually your cruiser or your destroyers or whatever they're going to be as far as their retrofitting abilities. Once you get to modernization, it will require a dupe copy. You can either use a Bolin or you can use Ayanami's general copy, and then that will unlock her final modernization to where she will turn into a SSR. Sometimes in retrofit as well, they get like different skins. So Ayanami's base art is this as well, and then when she gets retrofitted, she gets this skin as well. So a lot of retrofits have different like skins when they change and everything like that as well. Other than that, they get like a cool new skin and they get a cool new ability. So like Ayanami's ability, as it says, she has the ability to learn Demon Dance, which is her barrage 70% chance to firing a powerful barrage and increasing her evasion by 30% for 5 seconds. That is her retrofit ability / skill. And then you go from there. So there's a bunch of different categories of retrofitting in general. We have 2 UR or aka ultra rare retrofits as well, also known as Sandy and Warspite. Sandy and Warspite's retrofit, Sandy's retrofit turned her into a demon, pretty much a very insane light cruiser with insanely high AA and DPS potential due to her skill that she gets that's absolutely absurd with her retrofit, which increases her AA by 25%, and every 25 seconds 100% chance to fire a special barrage. With the baguette gun, she constantly does literally not stop firing and just pretty much overall keeps reloading endless amounts of DPS. Now keep in mind, since she's already an SSR, her retrofit is going to cost twice as much resources than a standard typical elite or a rare retrofit in general. As you can see, Sandy's is based around anti-air, obviously, because she is an anti-air gunboat. One of the best literally in the entire game as far as anti-air domination and everything like that. With double PR air radar and her buffs, she can literally hit over 1500 AA, which is stupid, because so she literally just says, screw your planes, I'm gonna kill everything in sight. And you can see for her modernization is a little bit different. Obviously it says ship type light cruiser. She's already a light cruiser, so that was just kind of a weird leading right here for that to be right there. But you can see that it requires a San Diego dupe, but it also requires a special item that looks like a microphone with the superstar. Now, retrofits for URs require special items. So Sandy's requires her microphone, and Warspite requires her sword for her retrofit as well. So you can see that she requires a sword. So you're asking, how do I obtain these special items? Well, they used to be event bound. There used to be small events that came out and you would do their special training, and after the 7 days, it would give you their item. Now you actually have the ability to purchase it through your prototype data now for 2000 special prints. So you can actually now buy the warrior sword, and you can buy the microphone as well from your prints that you get from dailies and just overall playing the game and everything like that as well. So that is how you obtain your ultra rare prints. Keep in mind, Sandy's and Warspites costs pretty high. Their gold values like 50 to 60,000 gold for their full retrofit, and they're going to cost more plates obviously to obtain. And obviously with the retrofits going into ultra rares, it turns them into pretty much beasts. It turns Warspite to what we've been fearing in PvP meta for a while now, that it's changed due to the new hidden CV mechanic and the new gearing out slots of Operation Siren in general. It upgrades Warspite's Divine Marksman skills, which increases her barrage hit base by 130% and marks the target. So we were able to see this skill literally one-shotting people's back lines in PvP, since it was an insanely high skill damage buff, and the ability to actually destroy high-value targets. That's why Warspite for a long time was a dedicated battleship for pure damage in her line of role for bosses in 13.4 and everything like that. Now with new battleships such as Georgia, FDG, Gas Can, Champagne, all of that, Rishulu, she's kind of lost her place, but she's still very valuable. I'm not saying that she's not. She's still highly used. We have Howie and all that now. Georgia pretty much being practically the best battleship, one of the best battleships in the game, if not the almost pretty much tied for the best battleship in the game for Chapter 13 and so on content, just due to her barrage and everything like that as well, especially after you fate sim her to 5 as well. She just pretty much becomes a dominant battleship that can pretty much compete against Warspite. And now with how the meta changing and everything like that as well, Warspite is kind of getting nerfed now in PvP due to all the heavy resistance that we can now offer to PvP in general, with the new hidden mechanic, since concealment is now a thing. So now pretty much recommended retrofits that I would recommend for a new player aiming off for. Obviously, if you want some low oil usage, destroyers, cast and downs retrofit is very good to use. They're always good to use for low event oil farming and everything like that, because they only really cost 7 oil together. They only cost 14. They have pretty decent skills. I mean, she gets quick reload and then a good evasion skill as well. Purely mainly, I usually tell everyone that they get is that you aim for Saratoga and Portland as your first retrofits. One, because Saratoga, when she gets revamped into her retrofit, becomes one of the most disgusting DPS planes in the entire game, or aircraft carriers, just because of she gets 3 skills now. She has Fleet Carrier, and then she has Witch's Prank, her retrofit skill that affects flood and burn damage as well. So with the new in-slot Helldivers, the golden ones, the XP3Cs, she has the ability to insanely shit out damage already, even with the plus 10 Helldivers if you don't have the golden Helldiver versions of variants of them. She has the ability to already stand up to a carrier that's known as Enterprise without being a contender or like an actual SSR until she's retrofitted. Saratoga can literally compete against most of the high-end aircraft carriers in the entire game with her retrofit, having almost like double aviation than a lot of the actual aircraft carriers in general, and being a very good source of damage for your backline and everything as well. Obviously, we have Shoho Retrofit, which is an amazing usage of a healing CVL for your backline as well. I would highly recommend having Shoho Retrofit done as well, so she gets her support skill for healing and the support skill for buffing your other units' air support as well. It's a pretty easy retrofit to obtain. If you just do your daily hard modes as a new player, you'll get your plates off very easily. She only requires one of the orange ones and just a moderate few of blues and purples. She gets a pretty decent amount of aviation increase from it. She gets pretty decent bombing and everything like that, and damage. So her retrofit's very stable retrofit to actually get at the beginning of your journey. And I was highly recommended using her for her purpose of healing CVs in the back line and everything like that is for you now, especially with concealment. She can just sit back there, deal a decent amount of damage, and just heal your front main guard for their health and everything like that when they're getting damaged and everything from there. Next, obviously retrofit you would want to pretty much aim for being Portland. Portland, one of the tankiest USS gunboats in the entire game, and really high firepower for a US gunboat for an elite. Solid AA as well, has her defense order. You don't really need to level up her best sister skill just due to the fact that Indianapolis isn't very great in the game right now. She's more just a pretty much meat tank. She's not comparable to her sister, who can actually have usage with damage and the ability to destroy aircrafts and stuff like that and actually be a viable ship in a fleet. So just leveling up her defense order is practically what you would want to aim for, going with her retrofit and everything from there. Ranger, Leander are very nice ones as well. Ranger has skill chains, so quick takeoff and assault carrier. Assault carrier giving you the ability to do 2 times damage on your airstrikes, and quick takeoff having a very low but moderate chance to actually proc resetting your airstrike. So if you're lucky, your Ranger can practically launch 7 airstrikes in a row, possibly doing double damage and having the ability to pretty much shit out a lot of damage. But as I said, that skill is highly based RNG for quick takeoff, and as you can see, it's not very high. I think at max is like 15% for to have a chance to reset it. But hey man, a man can dream, and when she does proc all that and then you get 7 chains, it's very very fun time. Same as, Long Island. Long Island also has that chain ability too with her skills and everything like that. So you can definitely retrofit Long Island. Congo retrofit's very good with her torps and everything like that as well. Long Island has the air support and quick takeoff skill as well. So Long Island has the ability to do a pretty good amount of damage too if you retrofit her with that as well, and everything from there. And then retrofitting also gives you another copy of them, so technically it helps with your data collection. So if you're about data collection and you're wondering why my data collection is very low, you can also increase that by retrofitting and everything like that as well. But those are pretty much solid ships to aim for and everything like that as well. You'll get your plates eventually, but just by doing your daily hard modes and everything like that as well, as long as you play the game and going through there, you'll get your plates for that. You use your plates to retrofit them and everything that's from there. I would definitely, your very first retrofit, I would honestly just do your starter, and then go and do like Portland or Shoho or someone in that nature. I would always recommend starting your retrofit with your starter, so that way your starter has the ability to release their full potential as their destroyer type, and you can start seeing a new different way of how they perform and everything like that as well. Well guys, I hope that this little basic guide did help you understand the concept and the skill trees of retrofitting. If you guys do have any questions, you can always follow me on my social media. Coming on Discord, you can always message me on Discord, or you can message me in my business email if you ever have any questions about anything. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, slap that like button, comment, subscribe as well. Come follow me on my social media, which will be in the bottom description below. Come follow us on Twitch. I would love to see you guys, honestly. Come hang out with us on Twitch. If we got a decent amount of you guys actually converted into Twitch as well, we can go strive for partner and everything as well. You guys can come hang out with my community that we've been building as well on Twitch. They're a very awesome community. There's a bunch of group of people who love Azur Lane. Come see a different side as well. If you guys don't like that, it's completely understandable. Twitch is a different platform and everything like that as well. But I do wish you guys a happy new year. I'm also curious on what type of guides that you guys actually want to see below. I want to see what you guys are thinking, and is there any other gacha games that you guys would be interested in on the channel, such as like maybe Arknights or Genshin. I do play Genshin, I do play Arknights as well. I play Arknights on EN and CN. I do play Genshin as well. I'm AR currently 48 on Genshin, have a pretty wide understanding of the game and everything like that as well, for like artifacts and characters and stuff like that. Next video, I was possibly thinking of we are going to be seeing the rerun of Practical Train Comedy, aka the new the Pizza Boat rerun. Even though we wish it was, you know, Ashen because of Alabama and Baltimore that people don't have, but whatever. We're getting any more pizza boats, so hopefully we'll see, you know, Pola and Ventio, but that's probably not going to happen. But a man can dream, right? I'll be going over the ship review for that as well, like I did for Inverted Orient event for the new Iron Blood. That'll probably be in the next video. And then I am also curious on what you guys want to see, what guide you're looking for, more Operation Siren stuff, Guild 2.0, how do other things work like that. I'll see you guys in the comment section below. If you have any questions, as I said, feel free, link it down over there, and I'll see all you guys again next time. Have a good one. Peace.